Okay, look, I'm sorry. I know this is a very, very, very late upload, alright? This should have been done like 2 days, 3 days ago. And for that, I apologize. But with all that being said, I mean, we're back. We're finally back, you know. Nothing's really changed, but for the sake of continuity, I'm going to have to ask kindly that we pretend that the past of the transactions, the events that have occurred over the past 4 days just haven't happened yet, okay? So just forget about it. So, of course, in traditional fashion, we start off with the god-awful injuries that potentially mean I really shouldn't keep starting off with it. I mean, I should stop starting with injuries because, quite frankly, it's kind of depressing. But you know what? I won't. Because why? Because, well, and yeah, surprisingly, no significant league transactions. It's strange, but I don't know. Something tells me that in the next week there might be a huge trade that happens. I don't something that could change the balance of the NBA. You know what I'm saying? So let's. I don't know. I'm not claiming to be any like voodoo genius. What do they call them? The temple. No. Profits, that's what they call them, that profit. I'm not claiming to be profit, but if something does happen next week, what can I say except I told you so, I'm gonna stop rambling, though. It's time to get into the matchups. You know, if this is gonna be a running theme, me losing by a comically small amount, this time rebounds, last week it was 0.001% field goal. I will never forget about that. This is ridiculous. Why? What have I done to deserve this? Like, seriously, okay? I'm trying my best out here. I want my team to succeed. I want my players to thrive. I want the best for my fellas. This is just criminal. Cruel. Okay, I don't even want to talk about this. I'm upset. I should not have lost this match. I'm mad. I do not accept any of these losses. These are all ties, okay? I'm done. I'm done. I'm not. No, I do not acknowledge that this is not a loss. You think you might be thinking to yourself, well, eventually I'm gonna have to acknowledge that I truly and honestly lost a match. But my ego will not allow me to do that. No, sirree, Bob. My ego will simply not allow me to do that. Brampton Bastrds going up against Akwazy's team. You know, I'm pretty impressed with Akwazy's performance thus far. I mean, he hasn't really done that much per se, but a lot of our managers are taking the don't touch anything and pray route, and it's worked out for some of them. One of them being Akwazy. He was originally at a higher position, and that was after blowing out his last matchup, but now he's come down to earth a little. Still, 5th place isn't that bad. It's all right. I talked about the turnovers for Imaad's team, Brampton Bastrds, last week, but oh my good Jesus, 95 turnovers. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? That's like enough turnovers to feed a village in Africa, if that makes any sense. But you gotta love it, man. 69 turnovers from Akwazy. You know what? I'm rooting for Akwazy from now on. He's gonna be my underdog pick. I feel like he can win this because of that stat line alone. Well, your new first place leader here, Quad Squads, Trevor's team, busting ass. My God, he almost got the rebounds too. What in Sam's hell happened here? Like a murder, a massacre occurred here. Jesus. Jacob, I know you said you were going to leave it and do the no management strat cheese, but it's not it. This is a bad look, buddy. I don't know about this one. Don't worry, though. We'll get those injuries sorted. I promise. All right, but just keep your chin up. You got this. It's fine. It's 91 three-pointer. Oh my. This might be the team to watch. God damn. Look at all these stats. Crazy. I don't want to verse this guy again, man. I'm saying that right now for the record. I'm scared. Week 13, I'm shitting myself. Or what is it? Week 12? I don't remember. I don't want to remember. It's repressing my memory. I don't want to remember when I'm versing Quad Squad. I'm not going to beat him. That's just a fact. I thought that maybe Ray could somehow negotiate with his father to not beat his ass with the Valenciaga belt. And let's just say that ended in, let's just say Ray knows how much damage a Valenciaga belt can do to one's ones behind. My goodness, an ass whooping was caught here. Well, maybe not as bad as an ass whooping as the other ones, but you gotta, like, I'm trying to stick with the metaphor of, like, the domestic abuse thing, so just go with it. It's not that bad of a loss, 6-3, right? But it's pretty damn humiliating. I mean, think about it. Ray was number one spot, number two spot, something like that. He was up the top. Now he's down to third. And guess who took his spot? His own father. Whooped his ass, took his spot, said, nah, you my son, bitch, get down there. I'm kind of beside myself, I'm not going to lie, because I really wanted Ray to come out on top and, settle this domestic dispute by being the better man, but it didn't happen. Better luck next time. Ooh, interesting. Brian's tip-top team. This might be one to look out for. I mean, god damn. He's also doing these are two teams that are doing the no management strat. We have four teams. Akwazy's team, Brian's tip-top team, Jay's team, and Hat's team, aka Jacob's team. So those four are doing the no management strat. One of them is running away with it right now, Brian. I'd have to say this is a pretty good look. 4th place, better than my ass. That's what I can say. I am a little concerned with the blocks, though. I mean, 12 is pretty low. To be honest, I've seen some pretty abysmal block numbers, but I'd be a little bit worried about the 12 there, but, it's just one stat category. What's the worst that could happen? Okay, this one might sound a little bit, shall we say, bad, stupid. This featured matchup here, I'm going to say Quad Squad versus Jay's team, okay? I just think it'd be hilarious if Jay's team won, Like, underdog story here. Number 10 spot beats out number 1 spot, or not even beats out, it just gets really damn close. I feel like that'd be a good one to write home about. So okay, yeah, really nothing to write home about in the transactions. I mean, there was a lot of ads, a lot of drops here. You can take a good look, but no blockbuster trades really. Some notable signings, I will admit, but still no real knock your block off type trades, knock your cock off type trades, nothing like that. And of course, the Brickaholic of the week. Now, this one's a little controversial. Even I was like, I don't know if I should make him, the Brickaholic, but the whole point of me doing this Brickaholic thing is to catch on to brick fellas early on. It's like catching on to an addiction early. The earlier you get it, the earlier you nab it, the less chance it has to manifest and fester. I do not want to see Josh Jackson, who is, by the way, Brickaholic of the week right now, I do not want to see him have any more games. I don't care if he only played 2 games. He should not be shooting this way. The Detroit Pistons need all the help they can get, and if Josh Jackson keeps shooting this way after such a brilliant start to the season, I'm just going to be disappointed. To be fair, he did come off of an injury. However, it has not been a good 2-game stretch for Josh Jackson. I just really hope he can shake this off and go back to what he was doing before so I can put him on my fantasy team and hopefully win. So, because God knows I need it. And now, the interviews. Okay, everything looks like it's working. Nothing has exploded and caught on fire yet, so we're doing good so far. So, Brian, thank you for stopping by. I just have a couple questions I want to ask. So I know you haven't been checking up with the league, but despite that, you're in 4th place. What's your secret? Well, man, like you got like a way of telepathically communicating with the NBA players, or how are you doing this well despite the fact that you have barely touched the league?
It's that I have faith in my team is what I should be saying, but that's all bullshit. So the real strat is that I don't have faith in the other players. So my strategy is that
Oh.
they fuck themselves over, so I don't have to do a thing and I'll win.
That is actually that's a neat way of thinking. I never thought of it that way. I always thought you'd have to proactively screw everyone over, but I mean, hey, if you really think that everyone sucks really badly, then I guess you can win. All right. Well, I just also want to ask that, since it's working so well, are you planning on changing the strat or just making some adjustments, or are you just fine with the way it is?
Um, if I'm about to lose at like the last minute, I'm probably gonna do some bullshit and hope I get lucky and win. But like, I'm probably not gonna do anything.
I'd probably do the same thing. The playoffs, to get into the playoffs, you need to be at least sixth in the actual standings. So as long as you're not below there, you should be good. Your team is last in blocks, the BLK, that stat category. Do you think that might mess you up in the future, or are you not concerned about it?
I'm not concerned about it because I don't know what that means.
That is a fair point. That is all right. So Ray,
All right.
Thank you for joining me today on this beautiful, 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 beautiful day. I've been meaning to ask. So after that matchup with your father, after you caught a whooping, what was going through your head? How did that happen?
I just kind of sat there staring at the stats, depressed as hell, wishing I would have done better. It was not a good loss, but my players just didn't show up. I had a few injuries, a few outs. Kyrie
Hmm.
Irving wasn't playing,
Yeah,
so he's got a hell of a lineup too, and I even on a day to day basis, I don't know how he could put up to that lineup with everyone healthy.
that's true. Yeah, he does have a pretty daunting lineup, I will say. But you're still third, so I mean that's at least a decent takeaway from that matchup. And
Yeah,
speaking of Kyrie Irving, he's said to miss 4 games in the future due to personal reasons. So and the NBA is actually looking into a case with him at a party. What are your thoughts
yeah,
on that? Because he's kind of he's one of your best players in the league right now.
yeah, man. If I could slap Kyrie Irving, I would. Should be taking more precaution towards COVID-19. He's making me have a bunch of missed games, and he's one of the best players on my roster, and I need him there. But he's
Hmm.
just not showing up now.
Yeah, and also the Nets team is slumping. They're like I believe they're 500 right now, but still that's kind of a disappointing start so far of the season. Um,
Yeah, for sure.
and then another player of yours who's sort of got the opposite thing going, Jeremy Grant. I said earlier in the draft interview that I asked your opinion on whether or not Blake Griffin would be balling, but it looks like another Pistons forward has taken up that task, and that is Jeremy Grant. So, are you surprised by his performance at all? I mean, I sure would be, but what do you think about all this that's happened with him?
Well, it's been pretty good. I knew it was a good pick when I was putting him on my roster, and honestly, he's been surprising me. I was expecting something nice out of him, but the way he's been doing, it's been pretty well. And the Pistons haven't been doing that bad either. I mean, are they worst in the league? No.
I
Yeah.
close, but
All right, so I take that back. They are doing kind of bad, but if they can score points for me, that's all that really matters in a fantasy league right now. So
all right, yeah, that's
I'll
good.
take it.
Hmm. All right. Well, that's all I got to ask. Again, thanks for joining me, Ray, and good luck in future weeks. Hopefully, in week 13, you don't catch another whooping, and you can stand up to your father, because I'm praying for you, man. That man is ruthless. Is
Maybe I'll
ruthless.
try some trades for the next time I go up against my father.
Do what you can. Do what you can, because that man crazy. See you then.
See you later.
Well, that's pretty much all I got to say. Yeah, I mean, it was again a week that was filled with drama. No, nothing's happened yet. Trust me. You're gonna want to tune in for next week when we see that sensation is still within me. There's gonna be a trade of some sort. I just know it. I know there's gonna be a big trade. Okay, a big league transaction, whether it's in the NBA or the I just forgot my own league's name. ONFL. I just had to think about that really long. Sorry for the awkward pause, but yeah. Tune in next week, please. I beg you. I beg of you. Have a good night. No, I don't have a catchphrase. I don't. Nope, no catchphrase. Take care. Nope, fuck, that's a catchphrase. Oh my god.